Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Killer J, and welcome back. God damn it. It is so goddamn hot where I live. It is literally 87 degrees. It just switched to near records. We're on a record heat wave where I live, but regardless, fuck it, let me continue. Where was I? Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Killer J. Y'all can call me KJ. Welcome back to another video, and I love zombies. I love zombie movies. I love zombie media. I love zombie games. Ever since I was a kid, I was always fascinated by the zombie media and the games and all that shit. I've always been a big fan of it. It's a genre that has genre. How do you say that? Genre. Genre.
Genre.
Shana?
Genre.
Shara?
Genre.
Chandra. Okay. It's a genre of horror that has over. I still fuck it up regardless.
What the fuck, y'all? God!
It's a genre of horror that's older than like the icons of horror like Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, and all those. Did you know that the first movie like based on zombies came out in 1932, and that was White Zombie, right? That's like before Michael Jackson. But I love a good zombie film. You know, a little bit of Train to Busan, a little bit of Night of the Living Dead, you know, a little bit of Warm Bodies. Y'all forgot about that one, didn't you? Y'all forgot about that one. Y'all forgot about that blonde Kristen Stewart wannabe fucking that zombie in that film. You know that guy is in Renfield? The same actor? I thought it was the guy that played It, but it's not. So... But to be honest, what I love most about zombie films is the fact that every time you see a zombie film, there's always going to be a little bit of a personal twist. Not every zombie movie or not all zombie movies are like the other. For example, in some movies, they can be slow and dumb like the OG Night of the Living Dead by George A. Romero, the godfather of zombie films. Or they can be fast as fuck like the 28 Days Later or the remake of Dawn of the Dead. But Jay, the zombies in 28 Days Later are not technically zombies. They're technically... Shut the fuck up. I know what they are. I know. I was getting to that. They have different types of zombies. Even some movies where zombies are not actually zombies, or they give a different take of what zombies are. For example, movies like The Satanist, or games like The Last of Us, or movie franchises like 28 Days Later. But let me get to what we're going to be talking about today. Let's face it, like the most dominant, most apex predator species in the world that we are as humans.
Built different.
We at some point have asked ourselves, what would we do if something like a zombie apocalypse would happen in our like immediate era, like in the world? What if the world was attacked by zombies? In fact, some of us have actually had fully mapped out plans in case of zombie apocalypse. I know it's mostly fantasy and it's something that might never happen, but it might happen, and that's the word, might, with all the fucking science and technologies nowadays. But I'm here to burst your bubble and tell you that you will not survive any type of zombie apocalypse that ever happened in real life. And I got like 5,000 reasons, but I have 5 to tell y'all today. Let's start with the basics. Let's start with just the basic before we get into the very dark, very real kind of thing. The first reason why I think you wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse, no matter where or what you did with your life, is because by the time that you've noticed that there's zombies actually happening in real life, that dead people are eating dead people, and then those dead people are coming back to life and eating other dead people, and it's spreading around like crazy, you would probably be caught in like the initial first wave. You would probably be at Target or some shit and just fucking get bitten or scratched or something. Because imagine this. Let's go back to 2020. For those who are seeing this video years ahead and don't know what happened in 2020, we had a pandemic in 2020 with a certain disease that I won't mention, that's probably just like common cold nowadays. Imagine if that disease that came back in 2020 was actually a zombie, a person that was actively going around biting and infecting other people. Imagine how quickly that shit would just spread. I mean, think about it. People just going around smashing stuff, rioting, groups of people fighting against each other, trying to survive and not get infected. Like, especially if you're like a normal person that just does normal shit every day and goes out and does errands, not like me, that like a fucking hermit that just stays inside and just talks to a camera all day. Like, honestly, can you imagine if like the first ever zombie real life apocalypse happened when patient Zero went to go get some milk or some stupid shit at Target? Yes, Preacher, the dead are now alive and walking. Last time they were spotted, they were in the Funko Pop area in your local Target. This is Mike Mancy signing off. Okay, so the next reason why you wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse, and this one's more kind of like physical, more like hands-on. Do you know how hard it is to unalive someone without a firearm or a decent weapon? So now imagine the person you're trying to unalive is actually already unalive, it feels no pain, is rabid, is violent, and is coming in for any nibbles that they can grab on you. And the moment you get bitten, you're fucked. And by the way, that's if we're talking about like the slow, dumb zombies, the one that don't run like the modern ones do. Because people in the movies make it look way too easy to cut a zombie's head off and bash his brains in. But in real life, that shit wouldn't be as easy. There's bones, there's arteries, there's skin. If the zombie's fresh, like the skin is still bouncy and like oiled up and moisturized. Like your fucking $2 machete from Home Depot that's been sitting in the goddamn garage for 2 years rusting up is not gonna cut through all of that. Y'all remember those like zombie killer machetes with a bunch of spikes in them that they used to sell back in like strip malls and shit in little kiosks? You know, that same little kiosk that sells paraphernalia, BB guns, photos of and posters of naked women, almost like a mobile Spencer's. Whatever happened to Spencer's? Moving on. So the next reason why you wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse if it happened in real life is very simple, but probably a lot of y'all haven't even thought about it. The smell. Imagine a world filled to the brim with just groups of undead people, rotten, covered in puke, blood, gore, just walking around in the hot sun or in the cold weather, just rotting away and just rubbing against each other and just I don't know if you know this, but most humans tend to shit themselves when they die. So all these zombies are literally covered in shit. Like literally in shit. And slowly the smell will probably get worse and worse because they would probably just be rotting away for months. Can you imagine 6 months into a zombie apocalypse how horrible the smell in the atmosphere must be? Like just breathing is gag inducing.
Yes!
Okay, so we're down to 2 reasons why you wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse. And this second one is a little bit dark, but we're going to try to joke around with it because we don't want to get fucking banned on YouTube and we don't want to get negative comments and being called like an animal abuser or anything like that. I'm just giving you guys a fair warning. Because according to Google, 50% of the world's populations are pet owners. Not necessarily dogs, not necessarily cats, but they are pet owners. So what are you going to do with your pets? You're just going to leave them there? Or are you going to just leave them there to starve, you fucking bastard? You're just going to leave them there just to die without you, alone at home?
Hi, I'm Sarah McLaughlin. Will you be an angel for a helpless animal?
Look at your dog's face right now. Look at him. Look at your dog's face. Look at your cat's face. Look at your fucking iguana's face. Whatever you have in your house as a pet. Look at its face and tell them that you're going to leave them behind if a zombie apocalypse happened. Because that's what's going to happen. I can't take you with me. You would bark too much. I'm sorry, Charlie, but I have to leave you. But Kevin, my dog is a service dog and he's trained. Shut the fuck up. You really think your dog's not gonna bark at the first sight that they hear something going and running at them? You really don't? You really don't think that's gonna happen? I know that my dogs are fucked. I love my dogs to death. Like, I love my dogs to death. I would fight any living thing for them. But I know that if a survival rate chances, no, slim to zero. My dog would bark at the first sight of just a human. So, no. That is if the zombie virus only infects humans. Because if that shit infects dogs and other creatures, we're definitely fucked. Don't even worry about the next reason. Just, we're fucked. Moving on to the last reason why you probably wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse, and I wouldn't either, and probably a lot of people wouldn't either, is because the moment that the government found out that there's an actual zombie apocalypse happening, that in fucking Nebraska, there's a zombie outbreak, and there's 100, 200,000 people fucking infected and killing each other, and it's rapidly spreading throughout anywhere, the government or any government of any country would probably nuke the fucking place and just completely delete it from history and not even try to hide it. I did it! So maybe the moment you're trying to survive or something like that in movies and in other medias, they give them like time and they tell them that they're gonna nuke the place, like in Resident Evil 2 when they nuked Raccoon City. But no, if that shit were to actually happen, I give it about 6 hours before there's a big fucking happening. Like literally. Like why? Like, if you know that zombies are real, the shit that we've been seeing in movies for over 100 years is a real thing, and you've seen any zombie film that's decent, you know how it ends. It's never a good thing. Stop it before it spreads. Cut the arm off before it goes all the way to the other arm. That's what the government will probably do. Especially if we're in the US. They would just send like a team of people just sweep the whole place. And that's what pisses me off about the government in movies. Is that the government in zombie movies are so stupid. Because they're like, wait. Let's wait a little bit. See if that shit resolves itself. And then we'll go in and try to kill a lot of people and just try to cover it up. Because that's basically what the government does in all zombie movies. They just stand back, wait a couple days, maybe some months, and then they do something about it. Which is stupid, because in real life, the government will probably nuke the place, and that will be like the end of it. And that's the number one reason, and probably the only reason why you wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse, like for real, like in real life. Anyways, guys, that's about it for today. I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna go hug my dog, because now I feel like shit for saying that I'm gonna leave him if a zombie apocalypse comes, so... Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Any video ideas. Take it easy. Bye.